Miranda, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
You put out a record that dominated everything, but it was like for some reason radio, and it's like I talk about them because I don't really pick music, but for some reason radio wasn't playing those songs as still that record was probably the biggest record of your career. Am I making any sense at all?
Yeah, absolutely. It didn't make sense. I think it was just like the formatting at the time, or, it was that time where it was pretty much all men for a little bit, and we all talked about it. And I'm so glad that part of the conversation is over because it's kind of balancing back out. But yeah, I don't know what it was, just something was off. And, I've kind of been hit or miss with that, with, my radio relationships throughout the years. I've built a lot of relationships. I've been doing this for a long time, but sometimes new people come and go, and I just had a gap there for a minute.
If I were to go to your new bar, how likely is it that I see you? Because every time I look online, I feel like I see you there. Do you just go once and take like 1,000 pictures in different clothes and they go like, hey, load this up there? Or do you actually just swing by
No,
there randomly?
I've been sneaking by there. Like, my parents were in town last weekend, and I took them, and we had Sunday Fun Day there, which turned into, it was supposed to be like lunchtime Sunday Fun Day, and it turned into all day Sunday Fun Day. And John Party stopped by, and we ended up two-stepping. And so, I mean, honestly, it's really nice because I have a place I can go and be part of what's going on Broadway, but it's in like a little bit of a safe environment. They've got an area for me to get to go be part of it, but like, it's fun to have a spot, and I love the food and drinks. So, yeah, it's been a blast.
I see everybody getting back out on the road. Are you going to be announcing anything soon where you're like, here I am, I'm about to hit it again?
I'm doing all summer. I'm starting you know, pretty quick actually, but I'm just doing like soft stuff. I'm doing like fairs and festivals, and we were lucky. We toured into March of 2020. So we were one of the artists actually got to go out. We didn't get to finish the wild card tour, but yeah, we're gonna go back out next year and do our own thing. But this year I'm back on fair and festival duty.
Just to combine those last two questions where you were talking about your bar, and I saw a clip of you and your husband singing karaoke, or maybe it was a picture. No, it was a clip. And then you talk about going out. Does he sing at all, or was that just for fun? Like, would he come out on a stage show and sing with you?
He would. Should he? I don't think so. He loves it. My one of my best friends is sings background with me, Gwen, and she was like, we should get Brendan up to do a song with us. And I was like, he'll never leave the stage if he gets up there. Like, he's just one of those naturally like fun, loves entertaining people. And so we did karaoke at the Casa Rosa opening. We did Grease, two Grease songs. And he can sing okay, but he's more about the performance. He just loves it.
Let's talk about Settling Down for a second. You wrote this with Natalie Hemby and Luke Dick, and I'm always curious about when you walk into the room that day, did someone already have this idea walking in? Kind of give me the genesis of Settling Down as the songwriter.
Actually wrote Bluebird with those two as well, so we got on a good roll there. But I think the day we wrote Settling Down, I had written that in my phone, like settling up or settling down. But I think the day that we wrote that is the day I actually walked in there and told him that I got married, because I didn't tell anyone. And so, Natalie's a longtime friend of mine and Luke's a newer friend of mine. But I think that song was based around me just going, I did something crazy. So it's kind of funny that, and it's actually Brendan's favorite song on the record. And he's the one that was pushing, trying to get this to be a single. So I have to give him credit for that.
When it comes to the songs that you put out as singles now, if you demand that the song is a single, will the record company just go, you got it, Miranda? Or if they're like, this is just not, like, who wins that battle?
I usually don't win a lot of those battles. But I also stopped fighting them because, like, I've had moments where I'm like, surely this is a hit. And then it's guys at 24. So like, I believe that they have to do the work for it. They're the ones out there, boots on the ground, like promoting this thing. So I trust when they say, we really believe in this one. And, but I have my opinions, and sometimes win or lose, but, Tequila Does was a song that I wanted to be out, but I wasn't sure about radio playing it. So it has had its own other moments going on too. So I kind of won in that way, I guess, that battle.
With Tequila Does, the new remix is out. What was the reason to kind of make this song a little different?
I've never done a remix before, and I did a private show, and I was just doing my regular country version of it, and everybody was dancing their asses off to Tequila Does, the regular version, and I might have been under the influence of alcohol after the show, but I would call my manager. She was there actually, and I was like, we should do a remix and see if that's anything. And so she followed up on it, and we did it with my friend. It's telemetry, but my new friend Jessie Frazier, and I loved it. I was like, this is fun. It wasn't actually a remix. I had to recut it because we didn't cut it to a click track, and so it was just basically a fresh little summer vibe. I don't know what we had to lose. Sounds fun to me.
Where in your set list do you play House That Built Me?
Usually about halfway through.
Is that when the crowd gets the quietest or sings the loudest?
They sing the loudest. They really do. And, you know, like I still cry on that one, like certain nights it'll hit me hard, like especially if I'm playing at home. Like when I was playing Billy Bob's a couple of months ago, my whole family was in the crowd, and I hadn't been to Billy Bob's in so long, but I kind of started there. And so I went into the first line and instantly started bawling. The crowd sang the whole song, it's really cool to have songs in your catalog that are that moving.
Do you think you could start the song and the crowd sing the entire song if you just played the chords?
They do. They helped me through it for sure. It's a great song. You know, I didn't write it, but I'm so thankful I got my hands on it because it's been such a staple for my career all these years.
So that being said, we'll end on this. What are you watching right now that's any good that you would recommend to our listeners?
Honestly, I'm on the Harry Potters for the first time in my life. And I'm on the last movie we have left to watch. And my husband and I had a trade. He watched Lonesome Dove and Tombstone, and I watched Harry Potter. So we had a deal.
So I've never seen Harry Potter either. So tell me, as someone who's just experiencing it, as an adult, is it still wonderful, or was it wonderful for kids?
It's pretty wonderful. I mean, I couldn't get into the books, but now that I've seen the movies, I probably could go back because it is hard to start in your 30s, start on the Harry Potters, but the movies are pretty great.
How did he feel about Lonesome Dove?
Well, he watched it on Prime now, and they've made it a series, so you can watch it in hour-and-a-half increments, which isn't truly fair because I would just marathon it back in the day, but it's still just as great as it was.
Miranda, congratulations. Always good to talk to you. Just so much. I would say, good luck with all the success, but you basically own everything, all success in all ways. So thank you.
I'm excited for your wedding, and I wish you all the happiness on that day and moving forward, because everybody knows it's a hard road. But I hear you talking about it all the time, and it sounds like the plans are made. So. Well,
I was feeling pretty good till everybody knows it's a hard road. I felt like she's like, hey, good luck. It's going to be great. Hey, it's going to suck sometimes.
I'm not sugarcoating. Like, marriage it's a great road. It's a good friendship, but it's work. It's work, and it's worth it.
So then let me ask you one question about that, because it's not like you've been married 20 years. Like, you're freshly into a marriage here.
What's the one, Bobby?
Okay, but still, you're still freshly into this marriage. What's the hardest thing about the first year or 2 years of being married?
But you've already y'all lived together and
yeah.
You already kind of know each other's habits. But I think it's I heard you on the show the other day talking about the in-law situation. That you're in honeymoon phase with your in-laws.
I thought it was normal phase. I thought there's going to be awesome always.
No, that's a real thing. It might change a tin.
All right. Well, hey, thank you, Miranda. Good to talk to you, and hopefully I'll see you soon.
Okay. See you later.